It was a remarkable experience as the Center for Peace Advocacy and Sustainable Development organized a two-day training for 20 youths across Kuje, Bari, and Abuja municipal area councils. The training is with the theme Empowering Voices Promoting Sexual Productive Health and Rights, Ending Sexual and Gender-Based Violence, aimed to equip participants with the right knowledge to combat sexual and gender-based violence. The grand finale, held on Friday, 25th October 2024 in Abuja, brought together participants and facilitators. Trainees expressed gratitude to the initiators and pledged continued commitment to fighting violence in their domains.
Pushing and pushing and then that place that they have already it will definitely like boss or something. Or that child will not be accepted because they didn't have it in natural means. If that woman died, you know for this 6 months, that man don't marry another woman. Yes.
So going forward, I intend to be a good advocate, a champion in my local community, and also to help prevent cases of SGBV, especially within my locality. Would be providing support system, which is one of the reasons we are being trained, on how to become first aiders who will provide the appropriate support to survivors of sexual and gender-based violence in our various communities.
This world need both man and woman. Do you get? A man could think for like a short term, and the women could think for a long term. So every other person is needed. Every other person is needed to make things right.
Every day, cases of rape, cases of GBV are increasing because of the nature of our society. So this training is needed for every activist or advocate. So they'll be able to go more into what they are doing and be able to have some reminders of how best you should pass out your advocacy messages.
There's some parents that their children actually facing this sexual gender-based violence, and they tend to shut their children instead of allowing them to speak out. They tend to shut them down so that their family will not be like the public will not have an eye on the family. So they tend to shut the children down, not allow them to express themselves. So my advice to them is to, if they cannot reach out to the public, they can actually reach out to the community leaders.
On behalf of the facilitators, Rosemary Ojo expressed optimism that the cases of early child marriage and female genital mutilation will significantly reduce in the nearest future.
I think they can now be able to talk about these issues after dispelling the myths and misconceptions around them. They will be able to go to their communities and probably start from little by little. Advocacy takes a lot of time, so they're just going to start little by little. And we also looked at a lot of SRH issues that affect adolescents and youth, such as early marriage, teenage pregnancy, female genital mutilation, even HIV, contraceptive use, which all of these have very big misconceptions about them, especially when it comes to adolescents and youths.
The executive director of the Center for Peace Advocacy and Sustainable Development assured the trainees of unwavering support and charged them to become effective advocates in their councils.
A call to action, they have been trained, they have been empowered. So we are calling them to utilize the knowledge and the skill they have gained for the past 2 days to be an advocate against sexual and gender-based violence, to prevent and report cases of issue of sexual and gender-based violence in their community, and promote sexual reproductive health and rights in their community. Though we have a traditional systems that that is against these issues that we are addressing, but when we train them and empower them with knowledge and with the knowledge on VAP Act, the Violence Against Person Provision Act, which also talks about the laws and the punishment that relate to issues of sexual and gender-based violence, they will understand that, okay, this law exists and no tradition or system supersedes the Constitution or the law of Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This training is part of a series sponsored by civil society organizations in Nigeria. The Center for Peace Advocacy and Sustainable Development remains committed to sustaining this effort, ultimately ending sexual and gender-based violence in Abuja. Abel Sunday, AGTV News.